India is anticipated to experience extreme weather conditions in the upcoming 2.5 months. Now, this coincides with the general elections in which around 1 billion people are set to vote, the world's biggest elections over 7 weeks. In India, the election season has expectedly brought in festivities, enthusiastic audiences to televisions, passionate debates in every corner of the country, and hope that the outcome of the elections will change lives. But in this April-June period, various parts of the country could record 10 to 20 heatwave days compared to the normal 4 to 8 days. Officials at the Indian Meteorological Department have said that the anticipated increase in outdoor activities during the polls could heighten public vulnerabilities to heat waves.
It is definitely hotter than last year, and the temperature is still going to rise. It will make our lives tough.
In 2023, a total of 252 heat-related deaths were reported in just the first half of the year. And Indian cities are grappling to prevent this number from further mounting. Vendors in Uttar Pradesh are selling earthen pots, traditionally known to retain the cold temperature of stored water. Traffic police in India's western state of Gujarat are distributing oral rehydration solution sachets to people commuting under the scorching sun, with the aim of spreading awareness about the impact of heat wave conditions. Traffic authorities have also implemented blinker mode at several junctions to reduce the waiting time at signals during peak hours of torrid heat in the afternoon.
Implementing blinker mode, which will reduce the waiting time at signals from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon at various traffic junctions across Ahmedabad and where there is less traffic congestion. We've identified at least 100 junctions where the signals will be on blinker mode. Apart from that, we're also distributing oral rehydration solution packets in collaboration with Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation at several traffic booths.
But if such coping measures are a necessity in the first week of April, they are a sign of worry as we advance towards peak summers. The anxiety over climate change expressed by international bodies, scientists and citizens alike should motivate parties across the political spectrum to make their action plans clear. The need of the hour is enhancing public awareness on climate change and clearly defining steps to reduce global warming. Political differences in approaching both these questions may persist, but the larger public interest would be served by addressing these issues, thereby giving voters a chance to assess their views. In fact, in a survey of 1,600 first-time voters in 7 Indian states, 40% of respondents expressed dissatisfaction with the government's efforts in tackling climate change issues. Further, the survey highlights a significant gap in climate education, with 59% of respondents feeling inadequately informed about the causes and consequences of climate change through their college and school education. Overall, the survey underscores a growing awareness among first-time voters regarding environmental sustainability. It also shows that it could have a significant impact in their political decisions, especially in the upcoming elections.
Climate change is a burning crisis, and even during the elections, the entire process is not very environment friendly because they spend a lot on flights, they spend a lot on transport, PVR cables and everything. So maybe there should be a push towards green elections. I do not think it's going to happen this time, but maybe in the future.
Well, political parties may thereby wish to spell out the steps that they would undertake to reduce the impact of global warming in India. If India is looking to find its rightful place in the global order, its actions on climate change will be watched. Well, to give us a better perspective on this, we have with us Mr. Mahesh Palawat, who is the Vice President at SkyMet Weather, joining us live from New Delhi. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. My first question to you is, as we just spoke about a survey that was conducted among the first-time voters, well, they feel that not much is being done to prevent the impact of the extreme weather conditions that we are entering now in the next month or so. What more would you say, given your experience, that can be done to evade this crisis so that the election process in the biggest democracy of the world is smoother?
See, climate change is taking place. We all know that because every year is warmer than previous years. 2023 was the warmest year across the globe since we have data from 1901 onward. And the temperatures are rising, green cover is depleting, and greenhouse gases are increasing. So we have to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide gases. We have to move to say transfer to towards green energy, nuclear energy, solar energy, this type of things. And as we are entering in the election phase in the later part of, say, April, and will continue until throughout the May, and by 1st of June, the election will be over. So these are the hottest months, particularly April and May are the hottest month across the country. All in the excess of, say, 40 and 42 degrees over many parts of Vidarbha, Marathwada, Rayalaseema, Odisha, and southeast Uttar Pradesh. So we think that temperatures will keep on increasing, and by the time of election, it will be in the excess of 45 degree also in some parts of the country. Yeah.
So you just spoke about sustainability and greener solutions to evade this issue. But the solutions that one is seeking for are more short-term and in the upcoming couple of months. What would you suggest can be done at the earliest so that this crisis is somewhat mitigated, if not completely evaded?
See, mitigation is very difficult in a span of just 2 months because this is a long process. Because we have added the greenhouse gases since many years, since decades, and to reduce it or to mitigate the changes which is already taken place will be very difficult. But yes, for marginalized people, or you can say the voters which are going to polling booth, there should be shaded area, hydration should be there, so have plenty a place to sit, and water availability should be there. So it is very difficult to mitigate this climate change or the impact of climate change in a short term period. So we will it will take around, say, 5 to 10 years at least, if all the mitigation process is started from now onward. So that is the plantation, more and more plantation, and restoration of those plants, because we have seen there are multiple campaigns going on, and lakhs of plants are planted, or but they are not kept, or they are not preserved, so they die down eventually. So green cover should be restored, greenhouse gases should be minimized. For short term duration, we can say the use of electric vehicles should be encouraged, and the fossil fuel consumption of fossil fuels should be decreased, and we should transfer all the equipments to greener energy. So, but it is very difficult to mitigate these climate change in the span of 2 to 3 months.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Mahesh Palawat, for joining us with your thoughts on that. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.